Hello everyone. Today we will be doing the topic on Collenchyma and Sclerenchyma. If you remember, we have already discussed Collenchyma in our previous presentation that Collenchyma is one of the type of simple permanent tissues, and in this type of tissue the cells are seen to be elongated, oval or circular. In this figure, we can clearly understand the structure of the cells, which can be either elongated, oval or circular. Cells of these tissue are seen to have uneven thickenings. Apart from that, very little amount of intercellular spaces are also seen. You can check as a pointer shows within the figure the place of intercellular space. These type of tissues are seen to be present in dicot stems, below epidermis, in leaf stalk also. Apart from that, it provides flexibility to soft aerial parts. This figure shows us a cross-sectional view of Collenchyma. In this, we can see wall thickening, the structure of the nucleus, which is blue in color, a centrally located vacuole, and green colored cell wall. Next, we will see a longitudinal section of Collenchyma. In this figure, we can see the thickenings, uneven thickenings, which are depicted with red color as end wall. We can see primary cell wall, and we can also see the presence of chloroplast, which are green dotted like structure. There is a blue colored nucleus which has been colored as blue. There is also a centrally located vacuole. Apart from that, it represents peripheral cytoplasmic presence, and it also shows intercellular space. Next, we will discuss the difference between parenchyma and collenchyma. So, the points under this discussion first will be on shape. Parenchymas are seen to be oval or spherical, whereas collenchymas are mostly seen to be elongated type. If we talk with respect to cell wall, then parenchyma are seen to have thin cell wall, whereas in case of collenchyma they are uneven, having uneven thickenings. Next, if we talk of their occurrence, parenchyma forms packing tissue, whereas collenchyma seen to be present as in dicot stem and roots. Apart from that, parenchyma supports by providing turgidity, whereas collenchyma provides mechanical strength and flexibility. Next, we will discuss functions of collenchyma. Collenchyma provides mechanical strength and flexibility. It can also help in storage of food. Apart from that, in dicot leaves, it is seen to provide protection against injury. As in this figure, we can see where exactly the collenchyma is located. Next, we will learn about sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is also one of the types of simple permanent tissue, and in here the cells are seen to be dead and highly thick walled. The cells are seen to have narrow lumen. Now in this figure, the gap in between the structure, in between the pink colored outer line, that gap inside, that is the lumen part, which is seen to be narrow in case of Sclerenchyma cells. And the thickenings are of lignin. The wall are seen to be present with little bit of gap region. That means wall contain unthickened areas which are known as pits. In this figure, we can easily understand the gap region. Those region are known as pits. Sclerenchymas are seen to occur in monocot stem, hard coverings of seeds, husks of coconut, grit of apple, etc. With this figure, we can understand that where exactly Sclerenchymas are present. So husk of coconut helps us clearly understand the Sclerenchyma tissue. Next, we will talk of types of Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma can be broadly classified under two types. First, Sclerenchyma fibers, which are having spindle shaped long narrow cells, and they generally occur in sheets or bundles. With the help of a figure, we can easily locate where are they present. The next type or the next category is sclerids. These are short, thick-walled cells. They occur singly or in groups. Apart from that, these type of cells are also known as stone cells or grit cells. With the help of the figure, in this figure, the grit cells or the stone cells are stained with red color. Next, we will discuss about functions of Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma provides mechanical strength and enables them to bear various stressed conditions. Apart from that, they also act as protective covering in case of seeds, in case of nuts. Apart from that, Sclerenchyma fibers are also commercially exploited, like in case of flax, in case of jute, in case of coconut husk. Next, we will differentiate between Collenchyma and Sclerenchyma. In this discussion, we will point out on the basis of nature. Collenchymas are seen to be living, whereas Sclerenchymas are dead in nature. Apart from that, cell wall nature, the composition of Collenchyma is seen to be made up of pectin and cellulose, whereas Sclerenchyma is made up of lignin. In case of the wall thickening, cell wall thickening, Collenchymas are uneven, whereas Sclerenchymas are uniform. The lumen part, in case of Collenchyma, they are wider, whereas in case of Sclerenchyma, they are narrower. According to function, Collenchyma provides flexibility, whereas Sclerenchyma provides mechanical strength. Next, we will see an activity to understand an observation. For this, we have to take freshly plucked leaf of Rio. Then we have to stretch and break it by applying pressure. While breaking it, we have to keep it stretched gently so that some peel or skin projects out from the cut. After this, we have to remove this peel and put it in a petri dish filled with water. Then we have to stain it by adding few drops of saffron, and finally wait for a couple of minutes and then transfer it onto a slide and gently place a cover slip over it. So when we are going to observe it under the microscope, we will have a vision like this. Because of the saffron, the rest of the region will look like pink stained, and the presence of the guard cells are seen to be in greenish in color. This can be schematically also represented, as you can see the figure here, the presence of guard cells, the presence of epidermal cells around them, and the gap region in between the guard cells is that particular pore, which is the stomata. So now we will summarize what we have learned. First point, Collenchyma cells are oval or circular with uneven thickening. They have very less intercellular spaces. Collenchymas are seen to provide flexibility to soft aerial parts. In case of Sclerenchyma, cells are seen to be dead and highly thick-walled. And in case of Sclerenchyma cells, the cell wall thickening is made of lignin. The unthickened areas of cell wall of Sclerenchymas, those regions are called as pits. Next, Sclerenchyma can be divided into two types, Sclerenchyma fibers and sclerids. Apart from that, we have also learned that sclerids are also called stone cells or grit cells. These cellular tissues provides mechanical strength and also acts as protective covering. They are also commercially exploited, as we have seen in case of jute, in case of flax, in case of coconut husk. So with this, we come to the end of this discussion. Thank you.